Working Class Beer Reviews is looking at PBR Extra. PBR Extra is 6.5% alcohol. Let's look at the label here. It says, this is the extra Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Inspired by the original, Nature's Choice products provide its full-bodied flavor. Only the finest of hops and grains have been used to create our strongest brew. This is true for the actual Pabst line right now. This would be the strongest brew because they have condensed down quite a bit to where I think about a year ago I saw the Pabst Easy, and I haven't seen Pabst Light in ages. I know it was around for a while, so I think Pabst Easy is now the replacement probably for Pabst Light. And they have this, the Pabst Extra, and they also have a Pabst NA that they released. So this came out in 2019. I saw video reviews going back as far as February, and we're in beginning of August right now. So it looks like the classic design. It's black. It kind of reminds you of an ice beer. Like if you think about Natural Ice and Milwaukee's Best Ice, they're usually, black and blue and silver, just like this. But it's very similar to the original. I'm not a big fan of Beer Advocate or Rate Beer, but right now there's not a whole lot on the internet about it. The Pabst website is not very helpful at all. It says 6.5%. It's American Adjunct Lager, which is true. It says availability rotating. So that means maybe it's not going to be around for a long time. It might fade in, fade out. It could be, depends on how well it sells. So we crack this open. Then, as always, I'm going to pop the top. I feel it gives a better pour. I'm going to pour this into a brandy snifter. Stronger lagers, I think they smell and taste better in a lager like this. This is not dishwasher clean. This is beer clean. So yes, I learned about that. Someone watching one of my previous videos had texted me and said, hey, bubbles aren't supposed to cling to the side of the glass. They're supposed to go straight up and form a head. So this actually is forming a very nice head, as you can see. It's retaining pretty well, so it does make a difference. Look at that. You're not supposed to use dishwashing detergent, or dishwasher is not the way you clean it. You wash it with sanitizing liquid. If you're at home and you can't get a hold of commercial sanitizer or detergent for beer glasses, bar glasses, you can use OxyClean, I've heard. So feel free to make a comment if that's what you've heard as well. So 6.5%. The color is a little darker gold than normal PBR. Normal PBR is 4.7. So you're talking almost 2% more. You might think 2%, is that really a big deal? In beer it is. It makes a huge difference in the delivery and the flavor and aroma. It's kind of sweet. Getting kind of a caramelish type aroma to it. It smells grainy. I'm sure it uses the corn syrup. The regular PBR uses the brewer syrup, the dextrose and maltose. I'm sure it's not an all grain, grain-driven beer. They probably use extracts for pretty much everything. The economy beers tend to be that way. So the appearance is nice. Bubbles going straight up to the head. The head is kind of dissipating a little bit. So, but it smells pretty good. Let's give it a taste. That's nice. About what I was expecting. Yeah, it's got some lacing around the glasses, so apparently the beer clean thing helps. It's not all streaky. It's got a nice ring going around for the lacing. So it helps with that. Seems to help with the aroma. I actually tried this before I made this video, and like a lot of strong lagers, it needs to be really cold. If it's a little bit warm, it was designed to be cold. That's just the way that lagers were designed to be. This, by definition, if you were to go by Euro definition, European specs, In Germany, this would be a Bock, a Helles Bock, which is a bright Bock. It's not dark, it's not dunkel. But typically anything above 5% to about close to 7, excuse me, carbonation a little bit there, would be a Bock. Anything above 7 would be a Doppelbock. So, honestly, I'm surprised the American brewers don't start using that again. They did in the very, very beginning. You see some early advertisements. A lot of the brewers had Bock beers because, they're all started by German immigrants. So you'd think they'd keep that tradition going, but maybe they feel like if they do that, they'll be too pretentious or something, and the most mass American public will not receive it well. Be like, who do you think you are? You're American, not German. But they don't realize a lot of these were started by Germans. Take another sip. Yeah, it's actually not too. It's not too strong. It's got a little more guts to it, which is what you would expect for something around this. But it's a lot smoother than. I think I've talked about this in my Milwaukee's Best Ice video. When at one time they elevated it to 6.9, it was just a little too much, and they had to bring it back down. People just didn't quite like it. But this is 6.5. It's pretty good. If I see this around in my town, if I don't have to travel, 45 minutes to an hour to get it, I would buy it. This was about, the one thing I didn't like was at a gas station. So gas station beers tend to be a little more expensive sometimes. Sometimes they have some good deals, but this is around 9 something for a 12 pack. So there was a time where Pabst was a lot cheaper. A lot. Beer in general was a lot cheaper, honestly. But I don't want the old man starting to come out. When in my day, beer was, $6.99 a 12 pack for a decent. But which when you get to the economy brands, you get around $8-9 for what they have a 15 pack with a lot of the brands now. With Milwaukee's Best, Natural, and Keystone, they all have 15 packs, which is kind of cool. That's a good bargain. But let's take one more sip. Look at that. It's pretty. It's nice. I give it a 4 out of 5. It's not like over the top, just laser light show doing cartwheels amazing, but it's a lot better than some of its contemporaries at the same ABV, I feel. Yeah. So if you see it, and you may see it in traveling. I would say if you see it in traveling, you don't know if you're going to get it, go ahead and grab it just in case, and share some with your friends and see what they think of it. You couldn't just slug this back like you would normal PBR probably. Because of the raised alcohol, it would probably affect you a little quicker, honestly. That should really go without saying, but yeah, be cautious. Don't let this stuff get the best of you. This is not what this is about. This is about enjoying it. Not getting wasted. Pardon me. Ooh. So, Pabst Blue Ribbon Extra. We'll top this off. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've had it, or if you would like to try it, or if PBR is not even in your thing, that's fine. So there's plenty of beer out there for everybody to be happy with. So thank you for watching this, and I will see you guys later.